then my mic comes into these 511 Rupert Neve Mic-Preamps here, which sound great. Generally, I want to start out with fairly low gain and maybe have my output a little higher, just so that I'm getting a pretty honest and clean tone initially. So maybe about 24 to 30 dB of initial gain on the preamp, and then maybe have my output trim kind of a bit higher, just to kind of make up that level of the slightly lower gain. But this will change once I've heard the singer singing. I'll kind of maybe push the gain a bit to get a bit more kind of harmonic into the voice, or if they're particularly quiet singer, or, you know, if it's a particularly quiet passage in the song, and then, you know, adjust the output accordingly. I personally feel like I often kind of have my output up a bit and my gain lower if I'm doing kind of like longer sort of, or like whole takes of a song where there's kind of like big dynamic shifts. So I just want to be able to capture the whole thing, not kind of, you know, I want to be able to capture it all without kind of overloading the mic pre. And just to give myself flexibility down the line. But then occasionally I'll work with artists and I really like the sound of the pre being really pushed on their voice, and so I'll back that right off, back the output trim right off to kind of accommodate for the harmonic distortion introduced by the pre. But 9 times out of 10, I'm recording on a pretty conservatively low gain and then making it up with a bit of makeup gain on the output. And sometimes I introduce like a little high pass filter on these pre's, just so that like the compressor that I'm going to show you next isn't snagging on some really, really low frequencies that may get in the way.